Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children across the whole world, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I understand that today is PAX Unplugged, the last day of the con, so I hope you all are having so much fun there. I understand that, watch this episode later, go for it. I'm just happy that you're tuning in. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Perfect, there we go. I hope my camera's working, my mic is working for you guys. Try to do a little test up real quick, so everything should go on today. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, like I was saying. Today is the last day of PAX Unplugged. I've been following along, tournament standings, all that stuff. There's a lot of new names out there, a lot of new faces. Really happy to see this community growing and blossoming as a fun family to the family of Play Fusion and Secrets as a whole. So thank you guys very much for helping us grow. Well, not us, I'm not part of it. Helping them grow. I'm doing my own part here. You guys are doing your own part there by participating, showing off. Hope you guys are all having a lot of fun. Today is my family fun day. It was supposed to be yesterday, but I had a lot of stuff going on. So I just moved today. Also, yesterday was a big PAX day, so I figured, I'll wait till Sunday. Things tuned down on a lot of people here, like at the very end of the tournament. And if you're there, I hope you are tuning in the tournament. It's awesome. Get to know the new players, get to know the new faces. Do your part, man. It's a lot of fun. And I figured, hey, let's just relax. Let's have family fun. And I looked at the polls. The previous ones I put up because I didn't have time to put up a new one this week. And Insect was actually the second on a lot of the polls, so I figured if that's what everyone wants me to try out, let's try and make insects. They've always been a family that's very intriguing me in the whole nature aspect. I think there's like 3 heroes at least that actually deal with the insect family, which is insanely weird that one family has so many heroes based on that family, compared to a lot of the other families. Like for Beast and Storm, there's maybe one. There's no real elemental Storm hero. So like having 3 heroes based around one family, in my mind, is just like, wow, this family really should be good. Like it should be something they're trying to push to see what's going on. So we're gonna try. We're gonna see what we have going on here, shall we? Let's just jump right into it. Let's make ourselves a new deck. All right. So now for the insect family, I think the 3 heroes we have here, specifically for insects, are Hivebark. Hivebark ability, move 5 Insectoid cards from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. This ability can only be used once per game. Now this hero to me seems like one of those definite like late game style where with his ability you can actually just feel free to play your insect cards, play your insect buffs, do all this stuff and not really care that your opponent removes them or that you're wasting them at a certain time. You're not trying to hold them off for a good turn, because you'll use them and then it's like, oh, once you use all the 5 good ones, you use his ability, put him back, and now your opponent has to work. It's like, oh man, I spent my whole turn getting rid of those. Like Insect Swarm is just a really annoying buff, and with this guy, you could just keep laying them, and your opponent's like, oh, I'm gonna remove 2 at once. Okay, cool, I'll bring them back later, and you'll have to deal with them all over again. Stuff like that. We have Hive King Ixa. I think that's not like Ixa. Is it Ixa? Like double X? How does that pronounce? I don't know. At the start of your turn, if you took 6 or more damage from a single hit since your last turn, you may move an Insectoid buff from your hand into play. Now this one, I mean, you basically get to put a card into play for free if you took more than 6 damage. Well, from a single hit, obviously. So as I was going through this, I think during my review I was like, it's really difficult. 5 is like the most common number to take hits from, 5 or 4 or something like that. But now they've added a lot of new cards. Like 6 is actually pretty common to take hits from. There's a lot of buffs out there that rotate into 6 damage. There's a lot of cards out there now that just deal 6 damage. So this card is actually probably a lot better than I previously rated it as. However, with something like this, you really want to take advantage of like getting a lot of cards in your hand. And what green really doesn't do that well, unfortunately, is card draw. There's not a whole lot of things out there for green that gives you good card draw. Outside of like the Ashwood Diva, which is draw 3, your opponent draws 2, stuff like that. Like keeping cards in your hand for green is a lot more difficult, unless you add in like Umbra Barkeeper, all that other stuff, which is what those unaligned cards usually do. However, because his thing is so conditional, like you really don't have control over it, I don't think he's going to be as strong. Honestly, I think Hivebark is actually the better one to try. Hive King Ixa still, I think, has its own place, but as the most powerful of the 3, I don't think he's going to help with an insect deck. We'll build one, and we'll see if it's more efficient to just be able to lay stuff out more frequently. Or if it's better to just get your cards back in the late game. We'll see how Insect plays, if it plays more of a late game style or a rush style. And then we have Hive Queen Axie. Now, Hive Queen, increased damage done by your insectoid cards by 1 while your target has 7 or more cards in their hand. Now, this one I actually think is probably one of the stronger ones for more push damage. With cards like Ashwood Diva, you can make your opponent draw 2. With all this stuff, you can just really make your opponent be, like, make sure they have cards in their hand. Obviously, 7 is a really difficult number to get to for your opponent because they'll start playing cards and go down to like 5 or something like that. But just think about this, like if you have Insect Swarm, Mantic's, Hatchlings, all this stuff for Insect that just pokes damage, even if you get one really good turn, it really makes your opponent have to play more tempo if they're just sitting there going, oh, I got to control, or oh, I have to do something like this. Where in that style, you really only lose to Rush anyway because they'll be just drawing and dealing damage to you. If that's how that works, that's fine. But if they're playing the control game, this gives you a major push to help beat out control. Or anything like that where you just consistent damage gets increased. It's like you get power for your damage if you're playing against that tempo. So really, like, if you're building a deck with this guy, which I'll probably do that later today. If you're building a deck with this, you really just want to build it where you have the healing in there to beat the aggro. So, like, you have Stump Drift Shaman. You probably run the, now I gotta look at these cards here. You run mostly buff cards. You run the Fungal Medium for healing. You probably run Spirit Channeler for healing and stuff like this. You're definitely going to run Fungal Leecher. You're definitely probably going to run Flower Garden. So like you have the healing and damage prevention, stuff like that. While your insect cards are all of your damaging cards. Like your Insect Swarm, your... I want to just look up Insect, there we go. But yeah, your Insect Swarm, your Mantic's Hatchlings, your Mantic's Tunneler, even your Royal Bumbler, stuff like that, those will be your big damaging pushes. And then you get those to be increased, which will just give you a major damaging push once they have 7 or more cards in their hand. So that helps to beat the control. But we'll see. We'll see. I honestly think I'm going to start off by building a Hivebark deck. I think Hivebark is going to be a better one just to get the feel for insects. Because with this card, as I was saying before, you don't feel like you have to hold on to your cards to really wait for a turn. With insects, you can be more tempo-oriented. You can just lay your buffs without worry, all this stuff. And if your opponent removes them, they remove them. You have a way to get a lot back near the end game. You just keep playing your more tempo game. So I think Hivebark is actually the one that I'm going to stick with right now. Now combos. Now there is some amazingly fun combos that just based on insects. Like Hive Mind. Hive Mind is one that I looked at and was like, this is going to make or break an insect deck. I can almost guarantee it. And just when you play an insectoid card, deal 2 damage to all other heroes. Heal for 1 and draw a card. When you lay an insect card, that is so insane. And it's a consistent buff out there, so it's just going to stay out for the long haul. So I definitely want to run this. This I think is going to be really fun. With that saying, I think I want to lay Regrowth to bring back Hive Mind if anything like that ever happens. I don't know if I also want to run Spirit Walk. I don't think I do. We'll see how many animal cards really come from Insect. I want to say quite a bit, actually. Stampede, draw 2 cards, play up to 4 Beast or Insectoid cards from without stat restrictions. Now, this is not buffs. This is not buffs. This is not, anything. It's just Insectoid cards. And there are a lot of cards in there that are, like, attack cards. So, like, just laying this, being able to draw 2 cards, and then just lay, like, 4 attacks, this one is going to be insane. Like, it's so powerful. I think it's just going to be a really, really good, like, hammer to hit home. I think it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to try it out. What else do we have? We can add 2 more buffs. Now, what I'm also thinking here is maybe even splicing in some Astral, just because of the Shard of Gravis. Shard of Gravis, draw 2 cards, all other heroes draw 1 card face up. Now with this one, I feel like this is more the style to try and run the Hive King, it's the Hive Queen, where if they have 7 or more cards in your hand, your insect stuff does too. Because we can also look and see what type of insectoid stuff Gravity has. And Gravity has, I guess Paralysis Bug is the only one for Gravity. Okay, so maybe it's not that good to add it in. I thought they had more insects. I honestly thought they did. Maybe not. What other insects do other families have? Let's see here. Poison. Would just be more damage if we added the poison in. Mountain has Rubble Roach, nothing really we want to add in there. We have Mantix Volter. Could be an interesting one. And Mechanical has Chronomoth. Okay. What is the Lightning Weapon? The Lightning Weapon that's really good. Deal damage equal to the number of different valid elements on your buffs in play. In order counts as the access to elements you have. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that powerful. We'll just stick with green. We'll stick with green. Maybe we'll want to slash in some other colors later. But, yeah. Yeah, so right now I think those are my really good combos that I really want, definitely. And then we'll just probably go back and see what other combos fit in. We'll just do that. So right now, let's go into Insects. We have 2 healing. If your licensed card was a Beast buff, put it into play. I feel like that's more Beast synergy than actually Insect synergy. Definitely putting in Insect Swarm and Mantix Hatchlings. Those ones are going to be just really annoying insect cards that I feel are awesome. Now, Infected Wasp, we'll put 2 in for right now. I feel like this one's like, hey, you know, if your opponent has a lot of buffs, this is a major increased damage. If not, it's still a good insect attack card, I think. Mantix Raider, if we're having a lot of cards in their hand, I think this one could be really good. We'll put 2 in for right now. Feasting Skeetos. 7 or more cards in your hand, you heal for 3. This is another one of those where it's like, hey, I want your opponent to have a lot of cards in their hand. So I do feel like Insect is definitely going to be something where, what am I trying to say here? Insects definitely want your opponent to have a large hand size. And they want it so that they essentially make your opponent draw a card so they can have really good stuff in hand. Now I'm trying to think, is Mantix Tunneler ever going to be good? It is an insect buff, but I don't know. Resourceful Sipid does seem pretty powerful. I think maybe just like a 1-of in there. Spectral Mantix is a really good card if you can get a lot of healing, and we're going to be doing quite a bit of micro healing, I want to say. Now, Duskbloom Burrower. 4 damage increases by 4 if your recipient's deck is empty. This is still 4 damage, along with Feasting Skeetos. However, this is one of those where it's like, is your opponent's deck ever really going to be empty? When you're playing a game like this, if you play till really late game, sure. But it's like, how many times am I usually going to win before they have an empty deck, right? Unless you really are just making your opponent draw a bunch of cards with you. Which, I don't know if Insect is really there to play that type of game. To make them draw a whole bunch of cards to get to the empty deck to where you're just hitting out 8 points of damage. However, with Sipid Queen, I wanted to say that Sipid Queen with Duskbloom Burrower is just a way that you never really get milled. Right? Because Sipid Queen, at the start of your turn, if your deck is empty, move 1 Insectoid attack card from your discard pile to your hand. Duskbloom Burrower is an attack. 4 damage, increases if the recipient's deck is empty. So, like, with just 1 of these, unless Sipid Queen gets milled, Sipid Queen's the only one you don't want milled. So, like, if you really wanted to prevent it, you could put 2 in here. But if it ever gets milled, then you don't have the infinite loop. But if it doesn't, and you just keep it in your opening hand for the entirety of the game, you can just Duskbloom Burrower every single turn. Just bring it back to your hand, lay it, goes to the graveyard, you've done your deck check for this essential turn. So with that, you can, like, never be decked out. You can never lose to Fatigue, which I think right now could be good on ladder. If everyone's just playing Heal Fatigue, you just play this, and you win, right? You just win. They have to, like, remove your buffs, and with Insect, it's really difficult to do. So I feel like the Insect deck might break the meta for the Healing Fatigue. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, let's go back into this and just try and find some other... Ashwood Diva, definitely, I think, is going to be our card draw. For sure. Court of Conspiracy, I mean, it's just a really good card. Where is our buff removal? Before we do anything, let's get our buff removal in here, because buff removal is so good, we want it in there at all times. Now, we definitely want healing. definitely want our healing. So Tree Sprout is an amazing card. It's card draw and healing. So is... Where's Stumpdrift Shaman? Where is that card? Here we go. Stumpdrift Shaman's just a really good healing card. I need to take out cards now. Okay. Okay, so, actually, Corvid Conspiracy, why don't we just dump those out? Those aren't insects, so we'll take those out. Spinebark Forager. This could be really good. I feel like in this deck, Spinebark Forager actually could be insane. Because, like, we literally just want our buffs to be out. All of our consistent buffs. So, like, if he removes an Insect Swarm, we lay Mantic's Hatchlings, then we lay Spinebark Forager, and we just bring back an Insect card. And we're the only real deck that runs Insects. So I feel like Spinebark Forager could just be a really strong card for us. Now, what kind of... Like, this... I feel like, in that sense, we are definitely more of... Why don't we take Spectral Mantics out? I feel like with our other buffs, we don't really need a Spectral Mantics. Yes, we'll be healing and starting it all a bunch, but if we don't have healing, it's one that deals 4 damage. So that one's probably not going to be a whole lot for us. Like, Root Singer is just really good. But I feel like with this, we don't actually need Root Singer a whole lot if we're going to bring Spinebark Forager. If we have all these other cards that bring stuff back for us, that's the only thing that we'll just need, like, to make sure that we don't die to... Like, that's a way to bring back our buff removal cards, right? Now, we definitely want a way to get Moss Ridge Defenders in here, because we need defense. Defense is just a really good way to do this. We have healing. Resourceful Sipid, whenever a buff next to this one expires, heal for 2, draw a card. Is it really going to be good? I mean, how many buffs? We have Mantic's Hatchlings, Stumpdrift Shamans, and Tree Sprouts that can all expire, right? Everything else doesn't expire. So maybe Resourceful Sipid actually is not in this deck. So we can toss one of those in here. Actually, I feel like with Sipid Queen, we really only want like one of each of these insect attack cards. If that makes sense. Like, Oakthorn Raid is just not a good card for this. Because I feel like with the way this deck is going to work, with Sipid Queen, we're going to be able to just hammer out a lot of these attack cards. And then, depending on which one we need for which situation we're in, if we're facing someone with a lot of buffs, then we keep bringing back Insected Swamp. If we play someone with a big hand, Mantic's Raid is going to be a really good hammer hitter. Something just like that. I think that's perfectly acceptable, in all honesty. What else do I really want? I mean, Fungal Medium is a really good card, too. So I have a lot of forest and a lot of animal. Now, Egg Chamber. Damage to your target, move up to 1 or 2 insectoids from your deck to your hand. Egg Chamber, it could be good. Maybe just a one of. We'll see how it is with the one of in here. I mean, it's basically this card. You have to wait a few turns. But I've actually been finding out a lot of cards like this, people will just go off on the 4th corner. Especially with other buffs like Insect Swarm and all this stuff that you just really want to keep out and are more threatening than an Egg Chamber. This will allow you to draw Insectoid cards from your hand, or from your deck. And with that being said, like, you can draw your Sipid Queen. You can draw the Feasting Mosquitoes. You can draw the Insected Wasp. You can draw anything you really want for that certain matchup. Right? Which will just really help you kind of finish the game if you can draw those certain cards. All discard a number of cards on the top of their deck equal to the number of elemental icons on top of their card pile. I'm wondering if Sipid Spawner is gonna be good. You know what I mean? I kind of review this as like maybe. But with cards like Queen, you can just mill yourself. Sipid Queen just becomes insane, right? Like, if you can just, like, mill myself, and then I'll use an ability to then put those cards back in my deck. So, like, maybe this could be really good. Maybe Sipid Spawner is actually just... Especially with, like, Spinebark Forager. I'm trying to think what I would take out for it, you know? Like, maybe Tree Sprout is actually the one I don't want. Maybe I just want some good healing and some defense. And I really, like, want... Like, with all this stuff, if I have a combo with one of each of them on the top of my discard pile and then lay Sipid Swarmer, I mill myself for 3, which in a... this deck is running, could just be really good. Like, I almost want a second Sipid Queen to make sure I don't mill it, so I can draw it and put it into my hand. I probably even want a second Egg Chamber. I think taking out a Feasting to add in a second Egg Chamber could be good. Yeah, like, that seems insane. But at the same time... Wait, is it into their hand? Into their hand. Yeah, like, at the same time, maybe I do... Like, Sipid Spawner could just be... Could just be really good. Maybe I want to actually put 3 in here. Maybe how this works. This is so interesting. Now I'm actually building an Insectoid deck for the first time. I'm like, yeah, this is really interesting. What would I take out though? I mean, what would I take out? Because there's nothing really... Like, I want almost all the stuff to... Maybe 2 is just fine. Maybe if I go 3, it's too much. We are just testing this out. So let's see what we have going on here first. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, Spirit of Balance, that's one of those cards that I'm really interested in. I just don't know if it's going to fit in this deck. I think it's really cool. But I don't think it fits well for this. Yeah. Okay. I think we have a semblance of a good insect deck here. I'm really trying to push that whole, like, the Sipid Queen thing. I really want to see if I can get this to work. Where at the start of my turn, if my deck is empty, I get to move one Insectoid card from my discard pile to my hand. So, like, I draw my whole deck. I'll even be okay milling my whole deck. Egg Chamber will help me search my deck for these cards. I have cards to bring them, you know, moving it back from my discard pile to my hand. I think Drift Shaman, is that an elemental now? I really wish, I want to say it was, but it might not be. It might not have been upgraded to elemental. But yeah, just stuff like that to really kind of hit home and deal some damage. I think it'd be good. So now with our combos, let's look at the combos. At this point in time, like, we have enough offense with our stuff. We almost want to just not die, right? We want almost healing. So I think Life Binding could be a really good one to put in there. Let's see, we have a lot of animal and a lot of soul. I almost wanted to say like Secret Aura, just because it's one of each. It's healing is what we need. It'll help us play our Sip and Spawners more efficiently. That kind of thing. Pays for Stampede, pays for Regrowth, all this other stuff. Because, I mean, Regrowth can now hit, like, Life Binding and Hive Mind. Because with Hive Mind, the more we play insect cards, the more we just draw through our deck, right? And it heals us for 1. So we really want to wait. We're definitely more of a 10th late game control deck. So yeah, I think Secret Aura is going to be fine. I think it's perfectly fine. My other thing is like Camouflage would be really good to kind of hold out. Makes our attack cards better. But like if we look at this, how many attack cards do we actually have? We have 7. A lot of them are going to be milled to the graveyard. So Camouflage actually would help us a whole lot. Yes, we can't be back for 3 turns. That's always good. But, I mean, we minuscule minor heal. We don't really have those burst heal that a lot of the other decks have. Let's actually go into the unaligned cards. I don't think there's any instant cards, right? Could Umbron Barkeep be good? I mean, we're running Ashwood Diva. I feel like Unruly Mob is something we want to try and add in here so that we just don't die. You know what I mean? Where would we put that, though? Like, I don't feel like Feasting Cedos is going to be a good one. Maybe that's where we take it out. But that's one of those, like, something we want to have in our hand at all times. It's not going to be something that we work in with Sacred Queen. Just wait. Which also makes me want to just say that Mantic's Raider and Infected are not going to be good. But we're going to keep them in there because if we do somehow get Stampede, we get to play up to 4 Beast cards. Different variations of cards like that. Yeah, I kind of want to know how this works. Do we play the cards before the discard pile? I don't know. I don't honestly know. How many insect cards do we have now? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Do we have any beast? We have 2 beasts. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Guys, you know what's really fun? With Creeble Infiltrator and Unruly Mob, we could run Spineback Forager with Creeble and just put those Creeble buffs back into play that way. Man, there's so much stuff I want to do with this deck. For like my own graveyard recursion and stuff like that, I just... So much I want to do with so limited space I have. How many elementals do I have? Just the one. Okay. So I can't keep bringing back Ashwood Diva or anything like that. Undead is Multi-Miracle Spirit, so I can't keep bringing that back. I guess right now this is fine. I want to say this is fine for right now. We will come back to this and see which cards are good and which ones are bad and which ones we should take out. Stumper Shot, Blunt, anything, so we can't bring that back. But yeah, I think we have a fair balance. Beast, Forest, Soul. However, we are also trying to run a deck more like this, where we want our deck to be as empty as our opponent. It's going to be good. I think we now want to switch out our hero to the Hive Queen. I think Hive Queen is actually going to be better. If they have some more cards in their hand. So it really makes them want to draw and do stuff. This, I mean, it allows us to move an Insectoid buff from our hand into play, but we don't actually run a whole lot of Insectoid buffs. I mean, we have, what, 6, 8. Yeah, we have 8 Insectoid buffs. And the only ones we really want to move are the Insect Swarm and the Hive, the Mantis Hatchlings. So I think, that being said, I think just Hive Queen Exy is going to be better for us. I think it's going to be better for us. Mostly because right now with this deck, we are going to try and see if we can get the Queen to work. So we really want our deck to be empty. We don't want stuff that can put them in our deck. And that's what Hive Bark does. Bark puts stuff back into our deck. Where right now, we want to be able to... Oh, to the bottom of your deck. Okay, so yeah, they're the bottom. We want to be able to just, you know, have that increased damage, try and push through, make our opponent not play a whole lot of cards, which is kind of what the whole Unruly Mob is. Would only attack us once a turn, really help them slow down. I'm wondering if we try and put a second one in here, if that's what's going to be better for us. Like, do we... Mantis Hatchlings, maybe just a two of that and another Unruly Mob is going to be better for us. Because really, we don't want our opponent to just with damage, right? We don't want any of that to happen. So getting them to slow down could be better. I eventually probably want to add in some Auron Barkeys to really get our card draw going too. But I want to say just with Ashwood Diva, better for us. Because we also want to try and get Dusk Bloom where we can just really keep hitting home with damage. You know what I mean? Actually, where's the one that heals us for 3? Did I get rid of that one entirely? I think I did, actually. Insect card that heals us for 3 or 7, or the Feasting Mosquitoes did. However, I feel like late game. Late game, if their deck's empty, late game, the healing will not be as good as it will be for, like, just say, like, a Mythic Raider or their hand that big. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I think Hive Mind is definitely going to be the one that kind of helps us come back. Yeah. Yeah, we'll try this. We'll try this with Hive Queen, the Ashwood Diva, really make them want to draw cards. We'll see how this is done. We'll see what we got going here, shall we? Let's see how these insects are gonna do. I've always had high hopes for this. In Magic the Gathering, I've always loved the Golgari aspect, where if they utilize their own graveyard to really get their own power, where like you bring stuff back from the graveyard, your stuff gets more powerful based on how much stuff is in your graveyard. So when I started reading the insects, I kind of got that same sense where it's like, yeah, you know, do stuff with your graveyard, get graveyard recursion, really power up your graveyard to make your board do better. I thought that would be an awesome aspect. And then a lot of these cards are like, if your opponent's deck is empty, and I'm like, well, no, I want my own deck to be empty. I don't want my opponent's deck. I want my deck. I want to be able to affect me. And I know in a game like this, it's really difficult because, you know, your deck with paying for combos, it's really hard to get to an empty deck check. The Gwen. It's not just Gwen. It's the Gwen. But ooh, 2 buff removal right off the bat. Okay, that's perfect. I think I'm just gonna draw. Hello, the Gwen. How are you today? Perfect. We got nice insect cards going on here. Ooh. Actually, playing against Storm, Sipit Spawner is going to be really good, do you think? I think Sipit Spawner is going to be really good with this. Interesting. I mean, I think I want to lay this and this. She's probably a combo next turn, like, almost for sure. Well, now she can't do it. I think... Wow. Okay, then. I want to say that she's thinking this card is a different one. It's the one that brings a discard, or a combo from your deck into your hand. Ooh. I think that one is probably going to be a better one to get rid of. I don't want her combo starting to do some insane stuff. No, Insect Swarm, alright. Alright. That Bubblefish obviously is going to be a little weird. It only has 1 card in her hand. Combo in the first place. She is really going hard on the combos. Now, Bug Rider, I've tried Bug Rider. It's really not as effective as it looks. Because you have to time it up properly. Where, like, if she lays a combo next turn, obviously she has nothing in her hand. So it's almost a thing. I kind of just want to draw. I mean, I'll play the long game with her. Stumpter Shaman's awesome. We have a Sacred Aura. Sipit Spawner is going to be really good the moment she lays a combo. That one is one that I kind of want to get rid of. That's one that I just... So, I think getting rid of it next turn so I can actually get damage through is perfectly fine. She has no way to rotate this really quick. I think it's perfectly fine to do that. Do I just lay Sacred Aura here? Actually, I don't think I need to. I'm not really taking any damage. So I think we're fine. Unruly Mob is really good. Ashwood Diva's even better. I'll definitely remove that buff next turn. Maybe even lay an Unruly Mob. Maybe I'll do that. Now, the thing is, like, Reckless Spirit, I really should be saving Reckless Spirit for, like, Thunder Slugs. But I do have stuff to bring my own cards back from the discard pile. So if you remove them, I'm not that upset by it. Like, that's kind of how I'm feeling with this deck. Maybe just a second Mantic's Hatchins and trying to really hammer on some pressure right now. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Now I can't lay Sacred Aura if I want to. Oops. Oops. I can still lay Life Binding. That's fine. Life Binding is a way better healing for me anyway. That's very more defensive stuff. Yeah, no, keep drawing cards. Keep drawing the cards. I'm okay with this. You know, if you're going to leave it up, I'm going to Ashwood Diva now. See? Spinebark Forger. It's like, oh no, she removed an insect card. Oh, what am I going to do? I'll bring it back. Part of me wants to play Unruly Mob here. So she can't, like... I mean, if she is running, like, Spark Wisp and all that stuff, she can't really kill me. She's going to have to start, like, Thunder Slug soon. Now I have 4 buffs. You can move a total of 3 of them. Bubblefish is fine. All my buffs are consistent. So her damage is literally just, okay, 3 turns of me not doing anything. There's a Thunder Slug. See, that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine with me. A Mantic Sash, that's alright. Now, I'm trying to think here. She's probably going to remove these 2. The cards I really want to bring back are Insect Swarm. The Mantic Hatchings are nice, because they do increase, but these can be rotated out. So I'm going to pass and just hope I draw another insect so I can bring insects back. I'm perfectly fine with that. There's Egg Chamber. Egg Chamber is just really good. Egg Chambers help me find my Sipit. Okay. No, that's perfectly fine. See, now part of me wants to play Life Bind just to kind of counteract that. And I think I'm going to. Yeah. If she wants to Thunder Slug it, be my guest. But I will heal for 4. And she'll deal 4, and I'll heal for 4, and, you know, that's how we'll get this done. Just from attacks. Okay. Vitalizing Frog, sure. Sure. Oh. I think I just want to Egg Chamber pass. She's got 1 card in her hand, so she's going to be doing some drawing too. I'm really not attacking her a whole lot. It's perfectly good there. See, now the thing is, what's really nice is, as soon as this goes to the graveyard, I can mill her for 3 with Sipit Spawner. And I think that's going to be a lot more fun. I'm also going to lay Spectre Shaman to get a little bit more healing. Blue is with its combos, so I think playing this is perfectly fine. Now, I mean, I could just get Cold Snap and all this other stuff to make me kind of cry, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. External heal for 6. I just took 7. Another Bubblefish. Wow, okay. I'm only she's playing Tornado, so she can bring back like all of her Bubblefishes and whatnot. But with insects, we are very cyclical damage. So like Bubblefish doesn't matter to us almost at all. As a matter of fact, I think I just do nothing this turn. Like, I just do nothing. I really wish Hive Queen's ability was for me to have, like, if I had 8 or more cards, right? Like, I have to really get my hand size up there and keep it up there for her ability to go off. That could be something, like, even 10 or more cards, something like that, where it really affects me. Okay. Oh, well, now I can't do my fun little combo, can I? That's sad. Ooh, I have to move stuff. I think Insect Swarm and... yeah, Mantic's Raider could be good. Yeah. 2 cards from my deck to my hand? Sure. I think actually laying an Insect Swarm is good, too. And then... yeah. I mean, 2 damage is fine, but I'm definitely going to want an insect back. To bring back my Insect Swarm. Definitely going to want that thing back. And that's my turn. So you can't really get rid of my consistent poking damage. I'm surprised I haven't drawn my Hive hand yet. Storm Strike. Ooh, this could be bad, actually. Okay, so he's got one hand. So I don't think he can really play that card. Now I want to see the spawner. Right? Yeah. There goes my Sand Queen. There's a buff. Or a combo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of stuff going away. That's and then I think Stutter Shaman is perfectly good here. Yeah. See what he's got. I mean, I could just die. The Monster's Defender, have I? I don't think I have. I'll hit the 2. Myself right back up there. And then I think I'll definitely want to Sacred Aura. See, now, right now I really want to draw some cards, because I am really low. Like, I am super low. I wonder if that's a bug, because this is the second time where I've paid a combo and then drew the exact same card I put back on top. Like, is it really shuffling? Is it shuffling? I'm not sure if it is. You know what I mean? Which is going to be huge. Sure, sure. Okay, for one. Yeah. I really don't think I even like that card. Do I just pass? I think I do. I think I just pass. Finally. Oh, we even got Stampede. Mind you, Stampede really doesn't do us a whole lot right now. We'll draw cards, which is fine. Then we'll get Leif. There's a Thunder Slug. Probably gonna remove that. Almost, yep. It's like he's not gonna let me heal anymore. Which is fine. Which is fine. So, I wonder if he just has a way to kill me. See, if I Stampede, I can put in Insect Swarm, lay Duskling Burr. I really don't want to lay my Sipid Queen, because that could get buff removal that I just die, right? It's sad to say, but I think I just I think I just passed. I think I'm in quite a predicament with the Thunder Slug. I have 8 cards left. Getting down. I really want to draw my Hive Mind. Come on, man. Where's my Hive Minds here? Where are my Hive Minds? Another Shield Wall. I really don't attack, so... Okay. Monster's Defender. He's only got 1 card in his hand, so I think... I think like that is better. And if I run more than 1, it just feels bad, right? Because like I don't have that many insect cards in my deck, and I'm drawing quite frequently. That Egg Chamber, just unless I get it right at the beginning of the game, does not feel like I need more than even 1 in this deck. It feels like a dead card. I think with that, I can learn Unruly Mob. Like, that's the thing, Ashwood Diva, I really don't even want to lay yet either. I think it's pass. Because Ashwood Diva, like, it feels like one of those things where I'm just giving... Oh, that's really good. Like, I would literally just be giving my opponent more ways to kill me in this deck. But I need them to draw, right? I need their deck to be empty. A Vortex Charger, okay. Now this moves a combo from the deck to their hand. And he's only got 2 cards out. I wonder why he did that. I have 7 cards left. Like, if I regrow here, he's definitely just going to Thunder Slug. A Moss Ridge and pass. There's a Reckless Spirit. That works. Reckless Spirit, I'm probably going to save. Okay, on a card. I mean, he's almost no doubtedly has Stormcalling. Storm Whisper? Sure. Yeah, see, he's playing the long game with combos, and I'm playing the long game not burst damage, so like, that's where we're both just like in a lot of trouble. And honestly, I think regrow right here is perfectly fine. Because then he'll Thunder Slug, and then I'll Reckless Spirit Thunder Slug. And then he won't have any more buff removal. Yeah. I want to bring back Life Binding and Sacred Aura. Right now, I just really want to start being defensive. Really be defensive. How many... So I have 1, 2, 3... I have, what? 2 Insect Swarms in the deck? So he's really heavy on the combo-based thing. But this is going to do nothing. Like, it'll deal 3 damage to me. So this is... Thank you. This will be... How many pieces do you have out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will deal 8, and this will deal 4. So I think I can win. Actually. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just real bit burst. Just like that. So, okay. So, a few things, obviously with this deck, where... In all honesty, like, I do not have... For, Spineback Forager, I don't have a whole lot of insect buffs. I do not need 2 Echo Chambers. I really don't. I think Mantic Catchings is going to be a better one for me there. Ash Diva, I only need 2. What I do need... I need more healing, right? I definitely need more healing, more survival. This is tough. I mean, do I just try to get Spore Feeders in here? I think Spore Feeders is actually going to be the better one for me. Spore Feeder is really the only way for nature to have a burst heal. And there were times we had like buff shots. It could be just 6 healing for us. But now I want to see if I can get another one in here for more healing. But do I even need Egg Chamber? Is the thing. Because, like, yes, I can move inside cards to my hand. So that I basically don't mill my Stupid Queen. Is what I'm trying to do. But, like, once again, I didn't win by getting to my own deck or them being empty in theirs. I just won with efficient cards. So that's why, like, I mean, my deck got empty. My deck got empty where Dustin Burrow could have been good. Huh. Yeah, I don't think Egg Chamber for this. And it's really sad, like, Stampede really didn't do much for this deck. Like, there was never a time I wanted to lay it, so I could go mass insect stuff. Because, I mean, a lot of these are very conditional insects where I want to lay them at certain times. So maybe Stampede is actually just not good. It looks good and it feels good. Maybe there's just better ones out there. Like I was saying, Camouflage just feels really good. Mind you, I won't get the benefit from attacks, but I can't attack. So that's 2 turns for me to try and draw, like, Spore Feeder, Sumpter Shaman, Monster Defender, something to survive the late game. And if I can't attack, then my opponent's probably just going to sit there and draw. So maybe Camouflage is actually a good one to have in here. Either they're Grapple Roots. We'll try Camouflage. We'll try that first. High Queen Axie. When you think about it, it's just there's only 6 cards in here that would really get a benefit from it. Late game, it was fine. I still think I'm gonna. Like, that's really difficult. I really want to put back in High Arc. As the hero. Same mastery, same F2. And he's able to play us into the long game. But we were also not able to survive into the long game because of it. And they go to the bottom. I don't get shoved into the deck. Go to the bottom. So I then have to lay out the combo. Man, insects are really weird. really weird trying to figure out how to properly work this, you know? Raider. Damage equal to the number of cards in their hand. They should have quite a few cards in their hand. Infected Boss, number of buffs in play. Forger lets me get those cards back, which means that I really want to get just instant buffs. And there's really not a whole lot of them. Just ones that I really want, you know? Man. With Unruly Mob, is there just... like, would Shield Wall just be better than Unruly Mob, you think? Yes, I can only attack once per turn. No, because I'm using Unruly Mob to get so they have cards in their hand, so they have to just draw and draw and draw. Yeah. Fine. I mean, I was drawing a lot of my own, almost doing nothing. Just laying my insight cards out, doing nothing. So Ashwood Diva, it's really weird. Ashwood Diva to me feels like at the end of the game when they have like 1 or 2 cards left in their deck, that's when I just Ashwood Diva to make them draw their deck empty. And then Bloomberg. And it's, oh, I play Nabo and do this, and it's like, okay, well then I have to draw your empty deck. And I Bloomberg again. It's definitely not a card to be used when your opponent has like a minimal sized hand. That's when you're just like, okay, well, I will just kind of sit back to do nothing. Just kind of sit here. It's meant, at least in this deck, it's meant and feels like it's meant to be used end game, so that when your opponent tries to get around you to include Burn Wearing, you Ashwood Diva to make them draw cards, and then you can play instead of 4. Like it's a card to be used. Never make your opponent draw more cards if they feel they could on their own time, right? Spine Park Forward, like, man, it feels like it's gonna be a good card. It feels like it's gonna be a good card. But if you only have really, 6 insect cards to bring back, and I want to be able to, lay in Insect Swarm, then a Hatchling, it makes me almost feel like I never want to overextend in the insect buffs, which means that I will just be drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. And then I have to survive and live into the late game. I never did really, I mean, with Hive Mind, okay, Hive Mind, how many insect cards do I have in my deck here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So not even half my deck is insect anymore. I do feel like trying to overextend in the 6th spawner could be good. Maybe just 1 Spineback Forger. And go 3 Sipit spawners. Wrong one. There we go. Maybe it's actually going to be better for me. It does look a lot more balanced that way. Also, because like if I can just mill them more efficiently, it'll be better than. Because Spineback Forger, like I was saying, having 2 of them seems way overvalued. Because I need buff to be able to play 2. And if I only lay like 1 insect, 1 magic sections, that makes me feel like I'm not really bringing that stuff back. I should be using this buff to really get down to the hard end game. And if I want to bring them back, I would lay Hive Bark. I put them back in my deck, Yeah, because unless I put Mantic's Tunneler in there, Spinebark Forge doesn't feel strong. I feel like with the 2 attack cards, like they'll be the burst skill that I needed when I'm trying to just get them down. Spore Fiend is definitely going to help me heal. Stumpter Shaman, Monster's Defender is good for dying. I have my Life Bang and Secret Orb for healing to get back up. Growth, like Hive Mind is as good as it is. I need to be playing a lot more insect cards, and I just don't feel like there's that many good insects right now. Which kind of stinks. But we're going to try. We're going to try. Keep going with this. I think Camouflage was a good addition. Make it so they can't attack. So they'll just be drawing, stuff like that. And we'll just play more insect cards. But yeah, I do feel like that Stampede is definitely a card made for a beast deck with the animals. I don't think right now is in a position to really... I mean, we can try. We will definitely try to make like an insect rush deck. I think that's pretty cool. An insect rush deck where there's a lot of insect damage. Play Stampede. Oh my god, Rocket Czar! Rocket Czar! Playing insect with me. Oh, we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I think I'm going to start with that and then draw a card. Another insect swarm. We'll see how this goes. I think I'll pass. Very defensive, okay. I wonder if he also is playing the sit between stuff like that to make me draw while he draws. If he's trying to play an empty deck insect. I want to see if that works. I really do. I mean, with Gravity, there's just a lot of cards out in Gravity alone. So I'm very curious what he's doing. Tree Sprout, okay. I think it's too soon to leave these guys. I think I just pass. Like, we're both definitely just playing a very defensive game here. I have a lot of cards in my hand, so yeah, this is gonna be interesting. How many cards does he have? Is that a... Which item was that? If your enemy has 7 more cards. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That guy is amazing. So he makes me draw so that I have more than 7 cards at almost all times. And then Hive Queen just hits home with a bunch of damage. And then he gets to draw a card at the beginning of every turn because of that weapon. That is interesting. I like that style. I think that's really cool. Where you really utilize the fact that just you want them to have cards in their hand at all times. Okay. Well, now my stuff has increased by 1. Which I may have put with. How many cards? 7? So if I lay another insect swarm, I have this being increased by 1 doesn't affect me too much. I'm fine. He'll drop 1 with the ring. I really like that. I mean, it helps him get his empty deck check faster. He's almost essentially drawing cards always. And with that other item, he's... Okay. Which one is you removing now? Mantis Passions. Sure. Sure. You're very much allowed. And I think just stump drifting and passing is fine. Unruly Mob, okay. So, next turn I'm going to Unruly and Moss Rage. I'm very... He's probably... If he's running more of the, like, really good cards, he's probably also running cards like Singer to bring back his, Ooh. So he's also running Feasting Mosquitoes. He's running Singer and Feasting Mosquitoes. I like this. I really like this. Rocketstar, if you're watching, I approve. I think this is a really interesting deck type. Now... I think I run this, and then Ashwood Deep. I got myself a Hive Mind. Yeah, I mean, he'll... He'll draw. Monstrous Defender, sure. But yeah, he definitely has Root Slinger to bring back buff removal. Because Root Slinger is just, such a good card. I'm wondering if instead of really playing like a more insect-themed deck, he's just really utilizing Hive ability. And I think that's what he's doing. He's just utilizing Cat Queen's ability. Which is amazing. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I got really nothing else to do. There's my Life Binding. See, now when this goes to the graveyard, I have a really good spot to turn that. I gotta really try and play this well. Because I think his deck is probably built better than mine. His ability has a better foundation of just being a better deck. Whereas this insect family is just to see what insects can do. I really like Rocketstar's ability. Fair Rage, yeah. Now the thing is here, do I just mill him for 2? Because I'm not guaranteed to get a mill for 3. I think I sip it spawner now. I think I do this now. No! Mantis Raider, sure. And a Stunt Shaman, sure. I milled another sip spawner. Are you serious? Alright, let's see here. Mantix Thunder. Nice. Very nice. So now I really want to lay my own Life Binding. Yeah, that'll be good. Sacred's good. Reckless Spirit. Sure. That's very fair. Also want to Sacred Aura next too. Oh my, yeah. I have not drawn a single Root Slinger, and he's drawn, what, 2? 3? He's been drawing a lot more cards than I have, though. He's only drawn 2. Okay. Definitely want to get a little bit of healing in here. I mean, he's going to hit me for 8 on board this turn. There's my third Insect Storm. Oh, yeah. Ashwood Diva. Ooh. See, I like that, because I'll draw 2 and this can hit for 6. I like that a lot. Ooh, yep, Mantic's Raider. There's the damage. I don't have enough for regrowth. I need a Spirit. I could just die. I think laying a Mantic's... No, that's gonna be ticked away so fast. Are you kidding? I think I only need to, though. Maybe I just really mob again and then Spore Feeder? Yeah, I need to start emptying my hand and healing just as much as I can. See, now I'm wondering, his... Obviously, he's not a... Hey, Free Chan, how you doing? Now, he's obviously using his gravity weapon for matchups where he's not in control. You know what I mean? Like he's where an opponent is just laying cards and needs them to draw. But I really do like the inclusion of that ring that he has. Where if the opponent has more than 7 cards, he draws the card at the beginning. That one I think is a really nice inclusion. I think I might actually want to put that into this deck. That's a really good, just weapon ability. So now I gotta lay my Insect Swarm. And then I just pass. It's down. Reckless Spirit. Finally, I got a buff from the middle. Do I want to remove this? Like, what do I want to remove, though? Aqua Diva. Okay. So he's putting me back to 7. Spybark Forger is not going to be good. Oh, that's popped out of Reckless Spirit. Actually, however, I could regrowth and put some else back into play, can't I? So I could put... Heck, I could put Life Binding... Yeah, I could put Life Binding and Sacred Aura all back into play now. Yeah. Because right now, I really just want to make sure I have more buffs than him in play. And I think I do. Okay. How many cards does he have left? 4? I mean, he's got a lot of cards in him too, though. So I'm always going to be... My ability is always going to be dealing more with my insects because of it. But that Monster's Defender is just hurting me. Dealing regrowth. Yeah, let's do it. Which buffs? Sacred and Tree Spout. Okay. Sacred Aura and Tree Sprout. Sure. Got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We both have only 8 buffs in play. Which means the moment he lays another buff, he'll be able to bring back 2 root or Oh, he won't, because the Stump Drift Common's going away. So yeah, he'll have to play 2 buffs. He'll get to draw a card with Root Singer. Yeah, this is insane. I wonder if he lays the Queen stuff, though. Ooh, Wreck Spirit. Okay. He's probably going to remove one of seems logical. Yep. Take the healing out. Okay. Sure. And just so I don't have 7 cards, now I'll draw. That's a beautiful pickup. It helps me so much. Now that stuff's gonna go away. And I'm wondering what combos he runs. If he runs Hive Mind or not. You know what I mean? So I have not laid a single buffer. And I think he's all 3. I think he's laid all 3. And I have not laid a single one yet. Root Singer. Is he gonna get 1 buff from the back? How many buffs does he have? I wish there was a number over here, like 7 buffs, 6 buffs. So he does only have 1 more buff. Okay, that's interesting. Or I have more buffs than him. Now, I think I lay this. And if he wants to Root Singer it, or if he wants to, I don't know what I'm talking about. The Spirit, he can. He's more than welcome to next turn. So he'll have, what, 4 buffs in play? And 1 Root Singer went to the graveyard already, right? So he's used 2. No, he's only used 1. Played with the other one. Man, this is just really difficult to deal with. I mean, he's probably going to Root Singer the Monster's Defender. That's what I would do. Do I have a 6 Queen in the graveyard or not? I think I still have both. Yeah. Hive Mind. That's getting Reckless Spirit. So now you have 6. Now I won't be able to do a whole lot of other stuff. Yeah, I definitely want to Reckless Spirit Hive Mind. For sure. For sure. Here's my first buff removal of the game, guys. First buff removal of the game. Now, if I put this in here, I love Monster Defender to make it so it won't tick away. So now let's see if he Reckless Spirits anything. If he does, he can only attack me once per turn. So if he can't use this ability on me. So we'll see what he decides to do. I feel like right now, I'm mildly more in control. Let's just defend. Okay, that's fine. Man, this is getting nuts. I full approve of it. I'm drawing 2 now. Okay, a Reckless and a Stump Shaman. Those are both gonna help me. Oh man. Okay. See, that's the thing. Like when you're playing this deck, because all your damage is consistent on board with my Insect Swarms, don't really care about these. They can sit there and dwell and dwindle because I have the late game contingencies. So I don't really care if he does this. If he does, it means he's going to be wrong and trying to find a way out. Whereas I am going to be sitting here going, okay. The blacksmith just doesn't have to draw. Sure. Sure. I think I'm going to stump drift. Part of me now, with my monsters gone, wants me to remove that. Wants me to remove this. Because I'm going to go down to 14. I really don't want him to have really any damage on board. We've gone through like almost all of our combo buffs. I still have one Reckless Spirit in the deck. He's still got his Reckless Spirit too. Is it the third one though? Like, how many Reckless Spirits does he have in his grave now? 1, 2. Okay, his third one is in his hand. Yeah. Okay. So how many cards do you have in your 2? How many combos? 2, 3, 4. So he's still missing one combo. He still has one combo left. And he's got 2 cards left. So I think now's the perfect time to sit the spawner. No, if I wait till he lays his last combo if he's going to. I'll have 6 cards in hand. He can use his ability to go up to 7. Maybe doing this is fine. We'll both make 1. The tree sprout. And I'll draw. Camouflage. Oh, that's gonna be such a good one. Such a good one. I could just be dead. I have no healing. Like, I could literally just be dead right now. Oh no, I'm gonna heal for 4. I'm gonna heal. And his deck is now empty. Well, Rocket Star, that was a phenomenally well played game. Where is the game? There we go. So I tried. This goes way too fast. Oh, that was good, Retro. Rocket Star, if you're in chat, that was an amazing game. That was very well done. I love the idea of that deck. Ooh, the Haunted Umbon. Nice. So much so that I kind of want to put that ring in my deck now. That ring. Oh, that was so good. That was such a nice... Dude, that was an amazing game, Rocket Star. That was so good. The idea of your deck, like, really made me go, wow, what's your 5th combo? Because I never saw it. What was your 5th combo? Because I saw Regrowth, Hive Mind, Sacred Aura. I mean, basically you were running almost the same ones that I was. Life Binding, Sacred Aura. What was your 5th combo? Are you running Stampede or are you running something else? Nature's Fury. Oh, you were, yeah, you were running the attack card. I literally saw that. So you must have had Life Binding or Sacred Aura still in your hand, right? You had one of those in your hand? Because I was sitting there with a Sipit spawn, just waiting, and I was like, when am I going to have a good turn for this? But I really like the aspect of your deck, where that ring, I definitely want to try and get in this deck. Spinebark Forager. Like, I never really needed this thing. I said I never needed it. one's Nature's Fury? Because you used Feral Rage. Oh, now I can't even find it. Ah, here it is. 8 damage. Okay. So that, were you not running Lifeline? You were running Sacred Aura and Nature's Fury? You were definitely more of an aggressive deck. Which I thought that was an amazing way to play. Because with his ability, all the stuff, you just keep your opponent to have 7 in hand. You buff school him down, and you have a lot of ways to just burst him down. Which I thought was great. I thought that was amazing. I ask, have you been finding success with Gravity Ring? Because in our game, there was never a reason to use it to get my hand back up to 7 for your insect stuff to do much. But have you been finding a lot of use out of that thing when you've been playing that deck? Because I see you don't run Ashwood Diva. You just run that ring instead of Ashwood Diva, as to do kind of the simple, same little thing. Or we're running Ashwood Diva to make me draw cards. What am I saying? No, but this Pearl Ashwood, I really like that. I really think that's an amazing card. Well, you got your weapons so quick. Like, they must have started those Tantosians. I think you played it right. You just ditched the Tantosians to make sure your hand size wasn't above 7. But yeah, like, if I was that one where it's like, well, if I'm above 7, he gets so much more benefit. So I have to keep my hand size around 5 or 6. So even if you do find a way to me draw cards, you don't get a major benefit from it. But that was the first time against an Axe too, where I was just like, oh god, I need to find that sweet spot where I can keep doing stuff. How many Limit Singers did you run in the deck too? Because that's what I gotta have buffs in it all the time to make sure my Singers, or his Root Singers, are not good. Because I gotta admit, your Root Singers, like, they terrified me. Man, I just don't think... I love the idea of Ashwood with her, but I think the way my deck is built, it just wouldn't help. It's just not worth it. No, I mean, the Root Singers are so good. When you're going against a deck that does a lot of buffs, you're going to run into that issue. It's like... Especially with all my consistent buffs. Like, that was just... That was a mirror matchup for the ages. It was like, oh my god, what do I do here? Like, how do I play this strategically, also playing insects? But yeah, I think the way your insect deck is made is beautiful. I highly love the way your deck is made. Mine is mostly built around Sipid Queen. I don't even think you're running this card. Sipid Queen, you make it so that I always win the infinite matchup with Dustone Burrower. Sipid Queen, hey, our deck strategy, and I just kill you, and I just have to live to that point. Like, Pearl of Ash wouldn't help me, because I'm trying to go for the burst damage like you were. But I mean, your deck is flawlessly beautiful. The way your deck was running is amazing. I think it's awesome. I did have Unruly Mobs in there because the way I see Unruly Mob is going against aggro. A, it slows down their damage so I don't die, but B, they can't empty their hand as quickly as they want to if all they have is attack cards, which keeps their hand size pretty large. So that's how I view Unruly Mob in this deck, and that way it worked pretty well against you. So with those Mantics, the insect one that was dealing the attack, can't think of it. 6. The Mantis Tunneler. Like, if it's either you use that or you kill the buff. You couldn't attack me twice. So yeah, it was so fun. That was awesome. When you look at both those weapons, I was like, I'm in so much trouble. His is a well-rounded deck, and mine is just, let's see what insects do. No, I sip and spawn more and more, at least in this, just to try and get my opponent to mill, so that I can get them to the empty deck, so that Duskbloom Burrower can get it. Because sip and spawn, I don't care if I mill myself. I have ways to get insects back. Yeah. See, I'm sure you've been watching the stream. We can go back and watch it later, but like, I'm sitting. I want to find a way for my opponent's deck to get empty, but in order to do that, like, I have to survive. I need to survive. I don't really want to draw my whole deck until they're so like I want our decks almost simultaneously go down at the same time. So, and with two Sipid Queens, it makes it so if I do Sipid one or one, I still have a second option to draw it. So it just becomes, you know, if it's there, it's there. But yeah, the Spineback Forager, obviously the mirror matchup was a horrible idea. I kept that card in my hand the whole time, so I'm like, no, I'm not letting him get back any insect cards he wants. There's no way. I'm not doing it. I'm just kind of wondering if it's really as good in this deck as I want it to be. I've only played 2 games, so I don't know. But I feel like it has its spot. I would definitely put in a Spore Eater over a Spineback Forager. But I don't know. We'll be playing this deck. I feel like it's okay. But try it almost plays like a fatigue to get to that part. And in order to do that, it's like, do I really want Queen Axie as opposed to like Hive Bark, which is in my opinion one of the better insect heroes that they have out. Just be able to move insect cards by discard pop out of your deck. Yeah, Hive Queen Axie is awesome for the way you're building your deck because you want your opponent to have a lot of cards in your hand for the 7 increased damage. It's just like in order to get Sipid Queen working, I don't want to put cards back in my deck, so that's why I'm running Queen. I think we'll do one more game with this, then I'll take a break. Then I'll try and build like just an aggro insect deck with Hive Bark. I think that'll be fun. So we'll go insects fatigue, which sounds so bad because I'm a man who doesn't like to play the fatigue game, but I feel like this actually has an end game to the fatigue, as opposed to just your opponent mill out and playing the deck. Where mine is, yeah, we're down now, hammer you down 8 and 8, 8 and 8, 8, and stuff like that. So, I'm seeing how it works. I do feel like this deck needs more healing, but with those combos to heal me up, Spectre of Shamans, Fump Truck, the Nemi. Oh, I love it. Love it. I've been saying to my friend, Fump Truck, I play at least once a stream. Dude, hello, how are you? How are you doing today? I don't think I want a Monstrous Defense. I don't think I want to do anything right now. I just want to pass. Sipid Spawner could be good. Could be really good. Okay. Like, I also don't even want to lay Stump Drift until he starts like cyclical damage. So I think I keep drawing. There's an Insect Swarm. I'll keep Insect Swarm up. See, there we go. Now the other part of me is, should I Moss Ridge here as well? I think Moss Ridge is the better one in case he can combo off and just does massive burst damage to me. I can't spin that thing. I think I'm okay with that. Camouflage is not going to help me in this game almost at all. Camouflage is mostly meant to like be aggro. How many cards are you now? 7. Thank you. Thank you for that. Feels good, doesn't it? I think like Thumpter Shot passing is good. Max benefit out of it. Now is the time when he can Thunderslug, just wreck my day. And if he does that, he does that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think I just pass. Right. Spirit could help. And in this matchup, I know it's running water. Water has a lot of really good healing. Like, a lot of burst healing and stuff like that. So, but I am also playing the late game. I don't want to overextend with my buffs. Especially Insect Storm. Because of Thunderslug. Thunderslug is such a powerful buff removal that it's not worth putting you out to have them both get killed and me not be able to bring them back. I feel like if I was playing Hive Mark, then it'd be okay, putting them out on a Hive Mark, put them all back. I think I'd honestly just pass. Guys, we got Hive Mind this turn. Do I even want to? Like, I don't even have a lot of insect items. I almost feel like Hive Mind's dead in this, too. Like, it's really weird, because I want to get onto the empty deck. And Hive Mind, the way this plays Hive Mind is just not... Maybe it's just a threat. What it is. But yeah, I feel like in my next Hive Mind is going to be better than this. Do I just like camouflage? Can I see what he does with it? I mean, I can't be attacked, right? So he's got to let the buffs do the damage? He could Thunderslug. Yeah, okay with that. Like, I feel like my buffs right now... My buffs are for the deck I want to build soon, for that hero instant. But the way they are right now, they're just honestly not feeling strong in this deck at all. And it's kind of sad. Do I... No, I don't understand. Only Mob could be good. More buffs on the board. There's the Thunderslug. Now, I kind of want to Wreck Spirit that thing. You know what I mean? Or that. Actually, I think I Reckless Spirit Putrid Shaman. Because this cannot... It cannot do it. And I think I pass. Next turn, I can lay Unruly Mob into Insect Swarm. Down. Perfectly fine with that. You know, get the Insect Swarm back. Sure. Corrupted Spirit. I mean, he can Thunderslug again and remove them both if he wants to. I'm trying to... Cold Snap, Water, Lightning. Ooh, that one's gonna hurt when he combos. That one is going to hurt when he combos. I mean, he's gonna deal 8 damage to me next turn. Do I? Yeah, I like Binding. So I will life Binding with this and this. I have a second Swarmer. I'm fine. He'll attack me or do something, but I really want to just... Oh, that's nice. So now he lays a combo. We can both move for 2, and I'll be happy about it. The Thunder Slug. Okay. Well, I'm going to Reckless Spirit Thunder Slug. Or Reckless Spirit Toxic Frost, let the buffs go. I think I just Reckless the Toxic Frog because I cannot take damage. I'm okay with my buffs going by. I'm okay with these going by. In all honesty, I am. Wow, I'm drawing amazingly well. That's fine. Remove. I think both my early mob, right? No, just the one. Okay. But yeah, I did not want to take first damage from that. I can't. Chill Curse. Yes. I'm calling, of course. Of course. See, now. I think I just Thunder Shot. Oh, wait, no, no, it's only action cards, right? Only action? Poison action buffs. So now if I do this, I can heal. And be fine. Take 2. See what he's got. I'm wondering, like, I'm probably being way too aggressive with my Reckless Spirits, but I need to make sure that I just don't die. And Toxic Frog, another one. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I need Toxic or Reckless Spirit that. Draw 2 cards. Do to it, my friend. Yeah, I need to Reckless Spirit this thing. I'm not sure if this deck does have Pulse Net. Okay, so it is water air. He's running with some calling, vitalizing frog, sure. Yeah, in all honesty, I don't think this deck can beat Nemi. It's not built for it. It's a bad combo. And yeah, he has so much burst damage. There is nothing I can do about it. I can sip the spawner now. Milks. The healing. Okay. I'm at 3. He probably got damage in hand. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. So in that matchup, like, I played about as well as I could. Camouflage did me nothing. Highbind, it feels bad in this deck. You know what I mean? And that's really weird to say that it does. Like, I honestly think Roots is in Hivemind. Damage from cards can't exceed more than 3 of these turns. It deals damage to my opponent. Growth. But yeah, like, I didn't have... This deck is not built for the way that one was supposed to run. And it feels really weird saying that. Yeah. Okay. So I think that'll be good for this one. I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna take a small break, you guys, get a drink of water, and then we'll come back and we'll try and build an Insect aggro deck. try and build an insect aggro deck, and we'll see what we get done with that. All right. So give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back.